Hi there. I've been thinking a lot about family vacations lately, and I think it's probably because it doesn't look like we're going to be doing one this year. I mean, it's a little bit different with a 20-year-old and an 18-year-old, but I'm fondly remembering past family vacations, and there's one in particular that comes to mind as my absolute favorite. We rented this little cottage, not even a cottage, I would say a little cabin at a resort up in the Ottawa area on White Lake, and it was absolutely beautiful. And we had a really wonderful time. It's the first time we had ever done anything like that. And I think Madison was about 6, Nathan was about 4. And we rented a pontoon boat for a few days and tooled around the lake and went fishing and went swimming. And for any of you who know me well, I don't swim. I like water, but I don't, as a general rule, go in lakes in particular because I kind of like to be able to see what's swimming around with me. Anyways, I actually went swimming. Um, but towards the end, actually at the end of the vacation, because it was quite a long drive, Jeff decided that he would find a shortcut home. So instead of taking 6 hours, he was bound and determined that there was this route that he was going to take that was going to be so much faster. And I think it may have been an old deserted logging road, like just two tire tracks through the forest. And it was a little horrific. And at one point, you could literally only go like 10 or 15 kilometers an hour through there because it was so rough. And at one point, Nathan looked out the window and said, "Mom, is this where Shrek lives?" And we talk about it till this day. We finally got off that road after about 2.5 hours, and we stopped at this little restaurant. I don't even know where it was, to tell you the truth. And there was a gentleman in there who was probably in his 60s or 70s, and he was wearing a red flannel shirt and blue jeans and suspenders, and he had white hair and this big, luscious white beard. And the kids were both absolutely convinced that he was Santa Claus, and they wouldn't stop looking at him. So on his way out, he stopped at our table and said to Madison and Nathan, "I hope you've been a good girl and a good boy." And off he went, and their eyes were just as big as saucers because they thought that they had met Santa Claus that day. And you know what? It wasn't an extravagant trip. It was a pretty simple trip, but wow, amazing family times. And this is my very favorite photo of all time from our little boat trip on that family trip. And I look at it every day and it makes me smile. So I hope you have wonderful memories like that too.